We're back on board B464 with my new friends, and Alan's friends, right?
Right. Very much
Opie
so.
and Sue Willis. And this is their beautiful farm where they do lots of nonprofit work for wounded warriors. And we're going to introduce you now, starting with Sue. So would you do that honors?
I'll be happy
Okay.
to. I was blessed to meet Sue and Opie Willis about a year and a half or so ago at a Cars and Coffee. I was invited up here. I met them both. Sue is in charge of the Hyde Park Concourse, Alt Park Concourse d'Elegance show every year, which is nationally renowned. They are very selective on the cars they bring in. I believe this year Sue will tell you more about it, but I think the Ferrari is the mark this year, and it's a fabulous show, and it brings cars from all over the nation. Sue Willis is in
Sue,
charge.
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Thanks for having me. Yet this will be our 39th annual show, and it was founded to raise money for the Arthritis Foundation locally, and we've raised over $1 million for them in our years of existence. You're right, Al, we are featuring Ferrari as our featured mark this year, and we also have 13 regular classes of cars, motorcycles, and we also have other special displays each year. This year we're doing the All-American Workhorse, the pickup truck. We're doing the cars of Donald Healey, and we're doing 100 years of BMW.
Oh, wow,
So-
that's exciting. And Opie, nice to meet you as well. I love
to
your
meet you.
place. This is
Oh,
gorgeous,
well, we have a lot of
gorgeous.
fun here.
Tell us a little bit about your foundation.
Well, don't really have a foundation, but we've always collected money for the Wounded Warriors, and this is what we do here. So we don't ask anybody for anything. We just basically say, we have these cans, they're all over the place all the time, and we just say, put your money in the cans. So we're approaching probably close to $40,000 in a couple of years that we've owned the place. And then in the last year, or in 2 years actually, there's a local chapter, the Blue Skies, and they have a Wounded Warriors weekend, which is right after the 4th of July. So one of our biggest events every year is 4th of July. We like to blow up a lot of stuff. And so the following weekend is these troops come in and they're kind of hand-picked, and we entertain them for a whole weekend, and I'm just one of the donors that donates to this cause, but it's a great cause, and I go out and have fun with the troops, and it's really a lot of fun.
Well, I work with the Arthritis Association and Foundation and do a lot of radio and television shows with them. And I also am part of the Wounded Warriors Association, the oldest one in the country, the Air Power Foundation out of Dallas, Texas. And I want to invite both of you and your friends to come next year in October, the last weekend of October, right, Alan?
Right.
He came for the first time this year, and we raised over $1.5 million in the first night.
50th anniversary of the Vietnam War.
Yes.
Wow.
And what we do is it
So
goes...
now we have bigger
Yes,
goals.
yes, goals. And what we can do is we can also introduce you to the foundation that gives to other Wounded Warrior projects. And I am blessed to be on their board and their council. And one of my really, really good friends, General Bill Guy, who you met, right, Alan?
Yep.
Who was a general, a brigadier general, and then became a pilot, a captain for Delta Airlines. Has become my really, really, really close friend. And so I do a lot of different things with them. And we brought 2 or 3 tables last year to the event. We got to meet Connie, we got to see Connie Stevens, and we got to see Tornio Lando and Pitbull. So the whole weekend is really a neat weekend that I get tickets for all the events too when you come and you're part of the table or you sponsor a table. And so we were there for 3 days, weren't we? It was
Fabulous.
awesome. It was
Fabulous.
awesome.
One
Sounds
of the
like a great
things that
event.
would relate to the car, we're all car fanatics.
Right.
And that's what brings us together. And one of the unique things that happened in Dallas, there were 3 hotels, host hotels around the airport hangar. And on Saturday night for the black tie event, the Rolls-Royce Club of Dallas and Fort Worth brought 50 antique Rolls Royces to those 3 hotels and picked up all those wounded warriors
Wow.
and took them
It's
to the
really
event.
awesome.
It was unbelievable
Wow.
to see the lineup of Rolls Royce cars
Right.
lined up.
That's phenomenal.
Amazing.
And, one of the things that was so impressive, and this is actually almost my 3rd year to go, it was for Vietnam vets, and I invited all my friends that were Vietnam vets to come to the event. But anybody military or wounded warriors gets to come for free to these events.
Yeah, they
And
bring
they
them.
actually find jobs for
American
them,
Airlines brings them from all
over the world.
That's fantastic.
which is
Wow.
really,
And Chef Irvine
yeah,
was able
Mission
to
Impossible
select, he was able to select cooks from every unit
Of
and
every-
every ship all
right.
over the world that the troops had selected was a really good cook for the stuff they get to work with. And he brought 60 or 70 cooks from around the world from different duty stations
Right.
and showed them how to make the gourmet meal, and then turned them, after wait this fabulous banquet, they turned them out into the audience in their various chef uniforms from the different military
there's
services.
4,000 people that come to the sit-down dinner alone.
Wow.
And the night before, they had Pitbull, and they had a magician, and everybody comes kind
Factor.
of Western, right?
What's his name?
Yeah, Pitbull. I
Yeah,
can't
but
think of the other guy.
yeah, Tony
Anyhow,
Factor, I
they
think.
do a whole buffet that first night, and they have static displays, and that afternoon, if you're a sponsor, you get to invite people that want jobs or need jobs, that
Oh,
are
they have a
military
job fair.
people, job fair.
Wow,
Big
So it's
job fair.
really, really cool.
Wow.
But guess what? In Christmas time, in December, they do a program for children. And it's called, it's not Skyball, it's called Snowball.
Snowball.
And what they do is they bring in these children that have lost their parents
Parents to
in
combat.
combat, and it's a whole week for them. They do everything for them. It's really a cool event.
Take them to Las Vegas.
They take them everywhere, and
And they pay for everything.
they pay for everything, which is really
It's pretty
cool.
amazing.
So I'm honored to be part of that organization, because what
That's
you don't know,
wonderful.
Sue and Opie, is that we were with the military for 41 years as contractors for GE. And it was just an honor to serve with all the branches of the service. And my husband was a former Air Force, and my first husband was Marine Corps. So, and my brother was a Coast Guard, and
Coast
the
Guard.
other one was Navy.
Yes.
So we had almost
We
everybody
have
from
every
every
branch.
services, right? So it's an honor, don't you think, to go?
I was blown away. I took when I got back to the United States, I took my uniform off and hid it. And I put my civilian clothes on to come back to Cincinnati.
Tough.
It
Very
was tough. And I lost all that feeling at the Skyball.
I know, that's why I invited
great.
you. It was. And my brother-in-law was in Vietnam too. He was a Marine. And it was I couldn't believe what they did for Vietnam vets for the first time that they honored them. And they had what at the thing? Confetti?
Oh, my God, they buried us in about 50 tons of red, white,
Plus
and blue
they gave
confetti.
you a special medal
And they gave us
too.
a special, I don't,
You didn't have it? You don't
I would
have
have
it.
it. I would have it on, but I have my racing uniform.
Yeah, you got your racing
I have it in the
uniform.
pocket of in the locker.
Right, but every year what they do, Sue and Opie, is they create a medal. They honor 2 branches of the service, and they create a medal just for them for the event. And last year, it was Vietnam vets and Air Force, and my husband happens to be Air Force. So it was really, and he was in the Vietnam era as well. So it's such an honor to belong to them. But you belong to 2 organizations that vets deal with every day, arthritis and also the Wounded Warrior Project. It would be wonderful to invite you and your friends to come down and join us
Yes. it'd be
in
great.
October.
I'd love to.
It's a
It'd be
We'd
special
fun.
love
honor.
to. It
Love
would
to
be,
do it.
it's
Count
so
us
much
in.
fun.
This
We will.
coming year is to honor all the services in the Special Forces.
That's
So
right,
it'll be a very unique time.
Right.
They're pretty special people.
right. And we're so proud to be part of that organization, right?
Amen.
Amen. So I need to
And
take
hoo-ah
Hoo-ah.
to all my
And
buddies
thank
out
you
there.
Thank you for your service.
It's my honor and
Were
my
you in the
duty.
service?
Yes, it was.
Thank you for your
Miss
service.
Opie.
Were you in the service?
Welcome
I
home,
was
brother.
And on that note, we need to take a short break, and we'll be right back, and we're going to talk about all the cars in your organizations and have fun with the rest of the show. We'll be right back on Born B464 with Sue and Opie Willis and Alan Schwarzwalder. We'll be right back.